Hello friends, welcome back to KYS Engineering and Consultancy. Our today's topic is basis of process plant site selection. Whenever there is a new plant coming in or whenever a company is expanding its business and they want to build a new plant, then the location of the plant is selected based on multiple factors after a lot of studies. So today we are going to see in brief what are the factors which affect the location of the plants and how these studies are carried out. So let's start. The requirement of each type of plant will be different. So the factors which affect the plant location will also depend on the type of plant going to be built. If we categorize some basic type of plant in the industry, then we have refinery, chemical plants like agrochemical, petrochemical, organic chemical, inorganic chemical, fertilizer plants, then we have pharmaceutical plants, metallurgical plants and power generation plants. The requirement may change based on the type of plant. Now let us see the factors which affect the selection of the plant location. Availability of raw material. It is always preferred to have a plant location close to the place where the raw material is easily available because it has direct impact on the profitability of the plant. Availability of manpower. It's always good to choose a location where skilled manpower is easily available. This is very important for the smooth running of the plant because a plant cannot run without skilled manpower. Electricity. No plant can run without electricity. So the location which we are going to select must have electricity infrastructure available in that location. Availability of water. The location which we are going to select, we need to see whether water is available in sufficient amount or not. Because no plant can run without water. We need water for different kind of operation, different kind of process inside the plant also, and in the near proximity where housing facilities will be built, there also we need water for daily use. Transport facilities. For the movement of the raw material, for the movement of finished product and other facilities also, we need to have a good transport facilities. We need to evaluate the road network, railway network and the airport facilities near the location of the plant. Effluent treatment facility. In each plant, there will be some industrial waste water generated. After the treatment of this effluent water, either we reuse it or dispose it to the environment. So we need to see whether the disposal of this effluent water after the treatment is possible or not in that particular location. Hazardous waste disposal. Depending on the type of plant, there may be some kind of hazardous waste generation and we need to check if there is a facility for the disposal of this hazardous waste in that particular location is possible or not. Industrial infrastructure. We need to see whether the infrastructure which is required for an industry to be there in that particular location is available or not. It includes everything like transport facilities, water facilities, electricity, housing. Future plant expansion. We need to see the possibility for the expansion of the plant. In future, if we are planning to have expansion, then we need to see if it will be possible or not. Climatic condition. There may be some particular kind of climatic requirement for a particular type of product. So we need to see whether the climatic condition of that location is favoring the plant location or not. Regional history of natural disaster, that is fire, floods and earthquake. We need to see the history of these disasters and its impact on that particular location. Government policies and political climate. For operation of the plant, we need to check whether the policies are in favor of industry or not. the political climate is favoring or not. Political change in future should not affect the operation of the plant or profitability. Number and type of industrial and other neighbors. It also helps in the selection of the plant. If similar kind of industries are already in operation in that particular area, then it is always preferred to have a location in that particular area because the industrial infrastructure will be easily available. Community infrastructure. We need to see what is there for the community in that particular area, whether schools are available or not, what kind of housing facilities are available, recreation facilities are available or not, because people will be living there with their family. So what is there for the family needs to be evaluated. Labor union activity. It plays a very important role for the operation of the plant. Sometimes the labor union activities are in such a manner that it affects the operation of the plant and impacts on the profitability of the plant. So very carefully we need to analyze that is there any problem due to the labor union in that particular location. Policing and security. If we are building a plant, we need to see whether the area is safe or not. What kind of security is there? Whether there is a history of crimes and something which can affect the community there or the operation of the plant, that we need to check. Good policing and security is always preferred for a plant. We saw few factors which affect the location of the plant, but there may be other factors which affect the plant location. So at the time of study, we need to list down all those factors which affect the location of the plant. We shall not miss any factors which affect the location of the plant, which may have impact on the project cost or profitability of the plant. So we need to list down all those factors which affect the location of the plant at the time of study only. Once the plant is built, we cannot do anything. There is no exact method for the selection of a plant location. It depends on multiple factors affecting the selection. We need to list down selection criteria. We can have two criteria, or we can list down all the criteria under two categories like must required and add-on wish list. So if we have 5 locations, first we need to check the must required criteria. If among those 5 locations only 2 are fulfilling the must required criteria, then we need to remove the rest of the 3 which do not fulfill the requirement of must required criteria. After the must required criteria, we can evaluate the add-on wish list, which will help in the profitability and which will have an impact on the operation of the plant. A systematic study approach is required. So how to evaluate these factors? This must required list and add-on wish list, how to use these factors in our study, that has to be finalized. How to evaluate this data? We may have a certain kind of ranking, we may have certain kind of score, so that approach needs to be fixed. After the analysis and evaluation of data, we can have a decision matrix wherein we will get the scores, or where we will get a clear picture of the location which is most suitable for us for the new plant location. We should always be careful with our emotional attachment. Sometimes the higher management is always emotional about a particular location, but the selection of the plant location must not be based on any emotional attachment. It should always be based on the data which we have prepared based on the decision matrix. So this was in brief about how to select the plant location and the factors that affect the location of the plant. This is very complex study, and after the study of many criteria, we come to a conclusion, or we can make a decision of a site location. Thank you very much.